Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Bruno Fernandes' stance and Casemiro's expression of disappointment following the Europa League final defeat. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Bruno Fernandes' shock admission amidst United uncertainty. Bruno Fernandes has expressed his desire to remain at Manchester United, though he has left the door open for a potential departure if the club decides to sell him. With United's season ending in disappointment after a 1-0 defeat to Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League final, questions now loom over the futures of several senior players, Fernandes included. The defeat means United will miss out on European competition entirely next season, while also finishing with their lowest ever position in the Premier League. Amid growing interest from Saudi Pro League side Al Hilal, Fernandes has become one of the few valuable assets the club could sell to fund a much-needed summer rebuild. While reaffirming his commitment to the club, Fernandes suggested he would respect any decision the club makes about his future. The midfielder made it clear he remains fully available to help restore United to better days, but acknowledged that if the club decides his time is up, whether for footballing reasons or financial ones, he would accept it as part of the game. In addition to addressing his own future, Fernandes also backed manager Ruben Amorim to continue at the helm. Despite a poor run of form since taking over from Erik ten Hag in November, Fernandes voiced his belief that Amorim is still the right man to lead United forward. He recognized the calls for change, but insisted that the club should show faith in their current head coach, even in the face of recent setbacks. Casemiro expresses disappointment after Europa League final defeat. Tottenham Hotspur have ended a 17-year wait for silverware with a narrow 1-0 victory over Manchester United in the 2025 UEFA Europa League final at San Mamés Stadium in Bilbao. A decisive goal from Brennan Johnson in the 42nd minute secured Spurs' triumph and earned them a coveted place in next season's Champions League. For United, the defeat meant a trophyless campaign and no European football next term, adding to the misery of an already difficult season. The match was fiercely contested, though the overall quality reflected the club's struggles in the Premier League, with United finishing 16th and Spurs just one place above them. Under the guidance of Ruben Amorim, Manchester United lined up in a 3-4-2-1 formation, relying heavily on counter-attacking through Amad Diallo and Rasmus Højlund. However, Tottenham's defense, marshaled brilliantly by Christian Romero and Mickey van de Ven, proved resolute, thwarting the Red Devils' advances. The breakthrough came from a swift Spurs counterattack. A cross from Pape Sarr deflected off Luke Shaw and landed kindly for Brennan Johnson, who slotted it past Andre Onana. Although UEFA officially credited Johnson with the goal, the final touch off Shaw made it feel more like an own goal. That moment shifted the momentum, and United never quite found their rhythm after conceding. In the second half, Manchester United dominated possession and created a number of clear chances. Højlund came closest to equalizing in the 68th minute with a powerful header, only for Mickey van de Ven to clear acrobatically off the line. Tottenham's goalkeeper, Guillermo Vicario, also delivered a standout performance with several key saves to preserve their lead. Following the final whistle, United midfielder Casemiro did not hide his frustration. "We're very disappointed with this result. We came here to win, but we just weren't sharp enough in front of goal. Tottenham defended really well, and we have to accept the defeat." For Tottenham, the win marked a historic moment. It was their first major trophy since the 2008 League Cup and their first European silverware since lifting the UEFA Cup in 1984. Manager Ange Postecoglou, who had previously claimed that he always wins something in his second season at a club, made good on his promise. With a youthful and spirited squad, he guided them to victory, a result that could well mark the beginning of a new era for Spurs. Those close to the team say Postecoglou sees this triumph not as an endpoint, but as fuel to ignite further ambition within the squad. He believes the taste of success will instill a hunger in his young players to achieve even more. For Manchester United, however, the loss only deepens the pressure on Amorim, who oversaw one of the club's worst league finishes in recent memory. Despite an unbeaten run through the Europa League group and knockout stages leading up to the final, the defeat in Bilbao is a bitter blow. Amorim declined to discuss his future, saying only, "We must deal with the pain of this loss." Looking ahead, Tottenham have reason for optimism. The club is set to receive around £60 million in Champions League revenue and will face the Champions League winners in the UEFA Super Cup. The occasion also provided a poignant moment for Son Heung-min, who became the first Spurs captain since Ledley King in 2008 to lift a trophy. Meanwhile, questions now hang over the future of Manchester United's squad and manager. This latest setback marks the fourth time this season United have fallen to Spurs, a statistic that echoes a similarly grim record against Everton in the 1985-1986 campaign. The club and its supporters now face an uncertain summer filled with soul-searching and tough decisions. Manchester United receive fresh transfer update on Liam Delap and Ryan Cherki. Manchester United are preparing for a busy summer as manager Ruben Amorim sets his sights on a full-scale rebuild at Old Trafford. With the club enduring a dismal season that saw them slump into the lower half of the Premier League table, strengthening the forward line has become a top priority. The Reds have struggled in front of goal throughout the campaign, and bolstering the attack is seen as essential to turning things around. United's interest in Liam Delap has been well documented, but fresh reports from The Guardian suggest they will face stiff competition for the young striker's signature. Both Chelsea and Newcastle United have now entered the fray, making the pursuit far more competitive. The 22-year-old is reportedly adopting a cautious approach regarding his future and is open to discussions with all interested clubs before making a final decision. This development will come as a blow to United, who had hoped to wrap up a deal for Delap early in the window. The intention was to move quickly so they could then focus on other targets. While the club successfully moved ahead of rivals in securing Matheus Cunha, the race for Delap appears to be far more complicated. Valued at around £30 million, Delap is viewed as something of a bargain in today's market. However, there are growing concerns within the United hierarchy that Newcastle and Chelsea, both of whom have enjoyed stronger league campaigns, may be more attractive options to the player. Their current trajectories and stability could sway Delap's decision away from Old Trafford. Meanwhile, another target has emerged in the form of Lions' Ryan Cherki. According to TBR Football, the talented winger is eager to move to a top English club this summer, and Manchester United are believed to be firmly on his radar. At just £20 million, the Frenchman is seen as a low-risk, high-reward acquisition. While there are voices within Cherki's camp advocating for a move to mid-table Premier League sides such as Crystal Palace, Fulham, or West Ham, the player himself is reportedly holding out for a bigger move. His ambition is to join one of England's elite clubs, with United, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Spurs all believed to be of interest. For Manchester United, Cherki represents a rare opportunity to secure a technically gifted attacker at a modest fee. The Frenchman impressed during his previous visit to Old Trafford, and his creativity and flair could inject much-needed dynamism into United's attack. Given the modest asking price, this deal could become one of the bargains of the summer. However, competition will again be fierce, with several Premier League clubs capable of meeting Lions' valuation. The onus is now on United to present the most compelling project to Cherki, demonstrating how he fits into the club's future vision under Amorim's leadership. With the summer window approaching rapidly, United will need to act decisively to avoid missing out on key targets. For a club in desperate need of direction and momentum, making the right moves in the market could prove crucial in reversing their fortunes next season. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.